time to call your lawyer.
Once again, a conversation pending with our friend and attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. One of your questions going to be answered. Maybe it's the one you sent, or maybe not, but together we'll learn something about the law on Ask the Lawyer right now. Leroy Parnell, people. Our official intro from Leroy Parnell. You remember him at Country Fest, last year, right? And I'm aware that it is Country Fest season once again, but I can't say anything more for the moment, except to tell you that here comes Bruce L. Scheiner with an answer to a tricky legal question. I believe, anyway. We'll find out together as we ask the lawyer. Now, please understand what you're about to hear should not be considered as legal advice in your case, in your specific circumstances. Every case is going to be different, and the best we can say to you is to sit down in front of a professional. If you've been injured, tell your story, and do it before you sign anything or say anything. Signing things and making statements can immediately throw away your rights, so don't do that. Many attorneys offer a free consultation. Bruce L. Scheiner, I know, does. So take advantage of that. Let's see what he thinks of today's legal brain teaser. Please make welcome attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How have you been?
Just terrific. How about you?
I've been excellent. Thanks for asking.
Very good, very good. Is the baby watch still on in the family?
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited, and they're going to call me Poppy, and it's only 2.5 months to go.
It's so funny. It seems like just yesterday you told us the good news that your daughter-in-law was expecting, and now 2.5 months almost there. That's something. Well, again, our congratulations. I know you're going to have a great time being a Poppy.
Thank you very much, and I promise not to spoil them.
That's a promise nobody expects you to keep, by the way. All right, Bruce. Well, here's a question that got sent in, and we hope that you can shed some light on it, literally and figuratively. You'll see why I say that in a second. And this is something that hopefully you can provide some answers for. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Goes like this. This past Thursday afternoon, I was at a light by the mall when all of a sudden I'm rear-ended. I find myself in need of help. 2 days after the accident, I learned that my car is going to be totaled. Medically, I suffered a concussion. My neck is stiff and swollen. My right shoulder is sprained. And I not only have torn ligaments in my left knee and ankle, but a fracture of my right leg. Needless to say, these injuries are preventing me from returning to work. I'm an independent truck driver, and I am the breadwinner of the family. Do I have a case? If so, can I recover more than just the medical bills? I forgot to tell you that the driver that hit me was cited at the accident. So, poor guy just sitting at a traffic light, and all of a sudden, he's got a lot of serious injury going on here, Bruce. What do you advise?
The first thing I advise is to see a specialist, a personal injury lawyer, because there's a lot of issues here that need to be dealt with. The first issue is they say he's an independent contractor, but a lot of people like to call people independent contractors when, in fact, they're employees. And if he is an employee of a company, then he's entitled to recover workers' compensation benefits.
So the legal definition might not be the same thing as the practical definition in this case. Got it.
Right. Every employer wants to call his employee an independent contractor, so he's not responsible for providing him with workers' compensation. But there's, it depends on the facts of each case, whether they really are a independent contractor or employee. And again, if they're an employee, they're entitled to workers' compensation benefits, and under workers' compensation, they're responsible for his medical treatment for the rest of his life as a result of this accident and his lost wages. You have to determine that first. If he's not an employee, then he would go under his automobile insurance, which would provide personal injury protection benefits that pays $10,000 of his medical bills and lost wages. Then, of course, if he had a permanent injury as a result of the accident, you would look to the party who caused the accident for his pain and suffering and inconvenience and all those intangible damages that people suffer when they get injured in an accident. And again, there's our old friend uninsured motorist coverage. If the person that caused the accident didn't have enough coverage, then he can look to his own uninsured motorist coverage to supplement the coverage from the at-fault. So there's a lot of considerations here that he should discuss with a personal injury lawyer who, as you know, shouldn't charge him for the first consultation.
No, not at all. That consultation should be to get the facts of the case established and map out some kind of a plan and see if there is something there.
That's another reason why you need to see a lawyer, because it's hard to keep a scorecard and keep everything straight when you have so many different people from the insurance company.
Anybody that's been through an accident knows you're given a bunch of different phone numbers that you can contact and the email addresses, and you're right, it's very hard to tell who's on first. So that's the best advice. It typically is on these Wednesday morning segments, but we like to reiterate it because so many people like this gentleman are standing there scratching their heads. So thank you so much for helping us shine some light on this.
It's my pleasure, Todd. Thank you.
And I look forward to talking to you next week.
I do as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, who would be more than happy to consult with you as well on your legal situation. Don't just sit there and wait for something to happen. Time works against you, as well as signing documents and saying things that you shouldn't be doing too. Don't let your rights slip away from you. Call Bruce L. Scheiner. His Port Charlotte office number is 941-743-7777. They're at 2301 Tamiami Trail on the southbound side of US 41, about halfway between Forest, Nelson, and Midway. Don't let anyone take away your rights, or perhaps a better way of putting it, don't give away your rights, as so many people do. Find out how to protect yourself and your interests by calling this number today, 743-7777, and tell them that Todd sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.